Okay, episode 8 of the Bon Jovi Talk podcast. I'm going to explain something. So, I've got a guest on called Mark, and for 45 minutes, we were doing a podcast. 10 was into the snippet game, and my laptop dies, just freezes, completely goes off, and everything was lost. So, Mark is back. We're going to try and do it a little bit short because obviously it'll end up being, it's 2 hours or whatever we've done out of our day. If we try and keep it the same as before, but it was a very, very, very interesting podcast before, very good one. We had quite a lot of fun on it. So what we're going to try and do is make this one a little bit shorter, still try and keep in the information that we spoke about before. So I'm going to be asking Mark a few more questions, and obviously I already know some of the answers. So we're just going to try and briefly give you some information. So at the start of the podcast before, I was saying that Mark is the first American that is on the Bon Jovi Talk podcast. Everybody else has been from England, so this is something different. Mark's obviously the first one, so he set another goal now to try and get different nationalities on, I suppose, for Bon Jovi Talk. And basically, Mark, I'll let you introduce yourself.
Well, thanks. It takes two, huh?
Hopefully, it's only two.
Oh, yeah, right. I'm from Texas. The city is Sugar Land, about 20 minutes outside of Houston. Been a Bon Jovi fan since 1995. Picked up the first album after hearing Runaway on MTV, and became a huge fan and been a fan ever since. So I saw all the great shows in the 80s. Up until I think this tour, I haven't missed one. And that's about it. Let's go. What do you have for me now? Well, we covered a lot.
Yeah, we did. So obviously, as I said, I already know a lot of the answers, but for those who are listening and don't, so I'm still going to try and ask as many questions as before. And obviously, with knowing the answers, I probably won't give you as I did before. But what I will say is, what struck me before on the last one, and it was the first question I asked was, you said that you never went to the current tour. So obviously this house not for sale. They were in America not long back, probably just under a year ago. So what was the reason for you not going to that any of the shows on this tour?
Well, it was mainly because the last time I saw them was they didn't come to the last tour in Houston. The tour before that, Richie started the tour, and I bought tickets, and you know what happened between them, and it was one of those periods where my show is the one that one of the ones he didn't play, and spent a lot of money for good seats. It just didn't have the same Bon Jovi feeling. I mean, without his harmonies, and it really takes a lot out of the show, in my opinion. Like some people, I mean, I'm not saying anything bad about Phil. Phil's a phenomenal guitar player.
Yeah,
I mean, top notch. It's just not. It's not Richie. It's just like, I'm a Kiss fan. Tommy Thayer's not Ace Frehley. There's just a different sound. And then the harmonies and the ticket price. I didn't, and I wasn't really thrilled with This House Is Not for Sale as a CD. So I passed.
Well, how come you're not a fan of This House Is Not for Sale, the album? Is there a specific reason that you don't like the album?
Well, I mean, I'm like we talked about earlier. I'm 50 years old school. Grew up, they were in the 80s. They were, a true rock band. And the last several years, they've gone a little different way with the music. And I like a little heavier sound. So,
yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it still sold well and everything. Obviously, he's still as big as ever. So just for me, it just wasn't my cup of tea at this point. But I still bought it. I still have a couple copies of it. It's not in the rotation.
Yeah. Well, obviously, I'm only 25, so I've never seen Bon Jovi, let's say, in their peak. The first time I saw the band was in 2003. So for a lot of people, that was when things started to go downhill, it seems. I mean, a lot of people thought it was when it came out because it was a totally different sound. But as in terms of a live band, I know a lot of people from were saying that, Europe 2003 onwards was where, John started to lose a bit of his vocal and the band were going downhill. So how can, obviously you can compare, do you find that, I mean, it's a daft question because we all know the answer. You think of the band in '86 when you first seen them to the band now, are they two completely different bands?
Yeah, it's not even close. I mean, the first time I saw Bon Jovi, 1986 on the Slippery tour, Cinderella opened the show. They were just getting airplay on MTV. It was just exploding at that time.
Yeah.
And phenomenal show. Gosh, it was a rock show. We hit the pyro. He flew out to a little stage in the center, sang Silent Night, flew back. Phenomenal. And then, of course, the following tour, New Jersey. My gosh, it was still I saw three shows on New Jersey. The first one was early in the tour because that thing lasted forever, and they were just totally worn down.
Yeah.
By the third time I saw him, it was a totally different show. But I saw him early in the tour, and it was probably one of the best shows I've ever seen.
Yeah.
The catwalk covered the entire upper arena. Jumps up from the stage on Lay Your Hands on Me, just pyro everywhere, energy, just fantastic.
Yeah.
Just the day where it's more. I think his music taste has changed a little bit or a lot.
Yeah.
And he doesn't, want to go into the big show anymore. It's all, you get your video screens with some good backgrounds, but there's nothing like, it used to be. It was in the 80s, they owned the arenas. Nobody could touch it.
No.
I mean, it was good stage show, the music. It was fantastic.
So obviously you've discussed there that they had, the pyro and he was jumping out from the stage and that. Do you think, I mean, John's 50, 56 now, 57 in less than a month's time. Do you think, at 57, he should still have the pyro and, jumping out the stage and things like that? Or do you think, they're a little bit too old for that sort of thing?
I mean, you look at some of the bands today, they're like Kiss, and they're 70, and they still got the pyro blowing everything up. You look at Iron Maiden, they're probably about the same age, a little older than Bon Jovi. They're still putting on that kind of show.
Yeah.
I mean, no, can you put around like you used to? No.
Yeah.
But you could add a little more to the stage, right?
Yeah.
To make it feel like more of an old rock show.
Yeah.
But then again, I don't know if that really ties into the songs he's playing now, so that's probably why he strayed away.
Good point.
From it.
Yeah.
It'd be nice if he, playing some of the old classics, he threw in a little something extra for us.
Yeah. I can't exactly imagine, John Bon Jovi to do like jumping out the stage to something like We Weren't Born to Follow, and doing like this big karate kick or something anymore, unfortunately, because you are, it's literally, something you'd expect One Direction or Justin Bieber to write.
Look back at those old jokes where he would dance and he would have that leg kick.
Yeah.
He was just all over the place.
Yeah.
He was just, obviously can't do that. You can't expect him to.
No.
And as far as the vocals, yeah, he's lost a lot. But,
do you think that you'll ever see the band again?
I do. Maybe not the next tour, but I'm sure eventually. He's still. 57 is pretty young. Yeah, he's lost his voice. I still see a lot of Bon Jovi left. But when it comes a day where they say, "Hey, this is it,"
yeah,
Jeff will be there, and I hope Richie's along for the ride. And if not, I'll still go. I got to see him again. I grew up with Bon Jovi. I'm not a big fan of this last album, and some of the songs I'm really tired of. Lost Highway, Who Says Can't Come Home. I wish they would add more of the old stuff in, but I understand he doesn't have that range anymore, but there's ways around that. He could get help with the backing tracks, and I don't know. It seems like the show's like, he'll pound you with several songs and high energy, and then just exalt.
Yeah.
Start playing Lost Highway stuff, and it's like you lose me there. So.
But do you think that one, do you think that they do a reunion tour, and two, do you think that Richie would join them for it?
That's a good question. I think obviously I don't know. I'm sure hoping that we can get one more round with Richie. That would be awesome. I don't know, how far it is with the relationship and all, but
Yeah.
It's definitely a better show with him, and you saw that on the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I mean, that was fantastic. I was very excited about that. I mean, and that's when you see that, and you're like, gosh, you hear him singing the songs, the harmonies, you're like, God, we need this back.
But yeah, and I think for me though, that the fact that he was there for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but then hasn't done anything, you very rarely hear of Richie anymore. It just kind of made me think, is that it now? They've done that. Was that their reunion?
It could be. He's been awful quiet here lately. I sure hope not. But hey, you never know. I mean, he's made his money. He doesn't need it anymore.
Yeah. I know that he's doing another album.
Bill's a lot.
Well, I know that Richie's obviously in the studio doing another solo album, isn't he?
I'm not sure.
Yeah,
It's better than Memory.
Oh,
I mean, I hope it's a rocking album. I mean,
yeah. Well, I know, like it's definitely a solo one as far as I'm aware. I don't think he's got any, like Orianthi or anyone else that's joining him on it as such. I think it's another like Aftermath and Stranger type album.
see, I didn't like After.
You didn't?
So is he working? No, is he with Bob Rock again?
No, I think he's with a guy called like Michael. This is off the top of my head because, as you know, Richie's blocked me, so I just get information off people. I think it's a guy called like Michael Brasden or Braden or something like that. Yeah, I think he's with him. He's doing. I think he's the producer, as far as I'm aware, anyway. But as I said, like this is literally, I'll get a photo off a mate or something and say, "Oh, he's in the studio," and that's the most I'll see, to be honest with you. So yeah.
But, well, he hasn't blocked me, and I haven't really seen anything on it, so I
right.
don't think he hasn't posted anything.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I hope it's just not going to be another like soft blues album.
Yeah.
I thought Stranger in This Town was outstanding. Of course, that was coming out of the New Jersey area in 91. He was still rocking pretty hard there. I thought that was a great album.
Yeah.
Understand Soul, it was okay.
Yeah.
But after for the Lowdown, I didn't really get into. So hopefully it comes back with a little harder stuff.
Fingers crossed. I mean, yeah, I do like Aftermath of the Lowdown, I must admit, but I do solo stuff, just not with Orianthi, because I was half expecting, like Zac Efron or something to join them on the album.
No, I agree.
It's yeah.
Let me one.
No, I think mine's lagging a little bit as well, to be honest with you. I'm just watching the stream here and it's shaking all over the place, but as long as our voices sound okay. Yeah, as long as our voices are okay, I think it should be okay. So what we'll speak about now then is, obviously we've said about John's vocals obviously not being what they were, and you were mentioning before that Kiss and that they have a couple of playbacks. Do you think it's time that John should start introducing a couple of playbacks on a few songs? Because we've said that Living on a Prayer definitely has it on the high notes. There's no way denying that. It's more than obvious. So do you think a few more songs need to have a playback?
Well, if it would make him play more of the older songs,
yeah,
I would be all for it. I mean, we saw what happened with the intro to that one show with This House Is Not For Sale, and he was exposed with the backing vocals when he pulled away from the mic.
Yeah.
So he's obviously doing it now. I mean, if he's doing it for new songs like that, why can't he do them for the older songs?
I know. Yeah.
It'd be nice to add some more songs from the Bon Jovi CD, and I loved 7800 Fahrenheit. Some really good songs on there. I'd love for him to play a couple of those.
Yeah.
Even add, what would be awesome is if he played Slippery When Wet from front to cover. Just play the whole thing.
Yeah.
How awesome that would be.
It would.
I mean, I don't think he could do it. He could have to use backing tracks, but that would be crazy.
And that was the thing. I remember in 2010 with the O2 residency, he was saying, "Oh, well, we're going to do Slippery When Wet, back to back, and like full album, all the albums in full and everything." And don't get me wrong, the O2 residency was fantastic, but just imagine how epic they would have been to hear songs we've never heard live, let alone once or twice. Songs that we have never ever heard live. It would just be.
It would be awesome.
Yeah.
It would be awesome. I mean, of course, I was lucky enough to see a lot of those songs since I saw the Slippery tour that you probably have never seen live. But
yeah,
it would be nice to see it again. God, can you just imagine the Slippery When Wet? Like Iron Maiden does it. They'll play an album.
Yeah.
Well, or most of an album.
Well, as I said, I think for me the only song that I've heard from the first two albums is Runaway, which isn't a rarity at all. And as I was saying to you before, apart from in Europe, as far as I'm aware, the only song off the first album that the band have played apart from Runaway is Get Ready, which was 2011 in Lisbon on the last show. I don't think any other song from the first two albums has been played in Europe since, as I was saying before, Tokyo Road maybe in like 2000 or something, if I'm not mistaken. I think they maybe done the intro, didn't they?
Right.
I still think there's a couple of songs on that album that John could, like, obviously, yourself, they play In These Arms like a step down, a full key down. Do that with some other songs. Play it acoustic. Go on the middle, the catwalk or whatever they call it, and play.
Yep.
Tokyo Road or The Hardest Part Night or whatever on an acoustic guitar, as low as you want it.
But it's not the same.
It's not.
But it's just not the same. But it's better than not having it. You're right. But
yeah.
I mean, I look at the songs from Slippery. I mean, I Let It Rock, Social Disease, Raise Your Hands, I Die For You, Wild in the Street. And those are classics.
Yeah.
I mean, I was lucky to see all those played. So, but I think of all the shows I've seen, he's only played Never Say Goodbye twice.
Yeah.
And I don't know why I don't like the song. It was a huge hit. I mean, at the time, he didn't play it though. I mean, he played it at the Slippery tour, and I think he played it Keep the Faith, and that was it.
Never Say Goodbye.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I know they went through a phase of playing it a few times in certain different cities. Didn't they? I think they closed a couple of shows with like a couple of tours with it, but that's one song I've never heard. But what I was thinking then was in 2010, John brought back Santa Fe, and obviously that had never been played live, and it wasn't the same. But he went on the catwalk and played it acoustic, and you go, Santa Fe is actually getting played. It's not the same. He could never hit it, but he's actually playing Santa Fe.
Was it just him in an acoustic or what?
No, it was the band.
Wow, wow.
Oh, I
thought the only song they played off that was Blaze of Glory.
No, if I'm not mistaken, I mean, maybe they played it once, but I don't, as far as I'm aware, I think 2010 was the first time it ever got played, ever.
Yeah, I've never seen it. That's a good song.
Oh, it's a fantastic song. Absolutely fantastic song. I know it definitely got played at quite a few shows, to be honest with you. But that got and Blood Money. That was another one.
That's a great song too.
John brought that back into the set list, and then all of a sudden that's gone.
How did it sound?
It was fantastic. I never heard it myself personally, but obviously on YouTube, and sounded fantastic. It was an intro, I think it was an intro a few times to like Blaze of Glory, but it works so well. Oh yeah, it opened the encore in one of the O2 shows as well that I'm just reading here. So it is like it's painful to see some set lists now, but again, as we've stated a few times before, at least we've still got our band. At least we can say, you know, we can still buy tickets to go and see.
The set list hasn't changed much the last several years.
No.
That.
Yeah.
The new album, they come out with a new album. They're one of the bands that will play, 4, 5, 6 songs off a new album, and
but then even then they'll drop them. It seems that like John plays them for a few shows, and then again, I was saying this to you before about when they brought back Only Lonely in like Hawaii or Honolulu or wherever they played it for the first time, and it's mad because John premieres quite a few songs in places where they don't get the same reaction. And I know obviously over.
Well, I think he was just trying it at that point, because that's the tour we talked about earlier that he said he was going to play.
Yeah.
One song from every album, and I know that tour, and I think they played a couple shows in Alaska and somewhere else. I know they played "She Don't Know Me," they played "Roulette," and "Only the Lonely."
Yeah,
and they did not sound good. But I would have loved to see them still. I mean, those are great songs. So, like we talked about with the backing tracks, you could totally add that in now. It'd be so easy, and people wouldn't even know.
Yeah, I mean, like as I said, I never got to witness them songs perform myself live. So, like when I heard "Only Lonely" on YouTube and "Roulette" on YouTube, I heard myself. But obviously, for someone who's heard them live themselves, I suppose you're listening to two completely different versions, I guess.
That's true. I mean, like he's 57 years old.
Yeah.
I can't. I'm 50. I can't do what I did when I was 20. So I mean, that's just the way it is. I mean, he's with his voice. I mean, look at Steve Perry's Journey. He can't sing like he did back then.
Yeah.
John had a very, very strong voice in the 80s. I mean, it was and 90s. I mean, it was. You go back and listen to some of that stuff, and you're like, wow. Compared to today, you're like, my gosh, can't be the same guy.
I know. Yeah. To be honest, I even think that when I listen to some stuff from 2010, 2011, I go, bloody hell, like, where is this guy gone? And, even in 2010, he was worlds apart from 95, 96, even 2000.
Yeah.
But now, like, he's a million miles away from even 2010 standard. And it's scary how quick his voice has declined. But as you said, age plays a part, years of abuse, and not looking after his main instruments.
Smoker too, right? Isn't he a big smoker?
Yeah. As far as I'm aware, and not like I think he stopped in like 2008, and that's where his voice started getting better. He was on something called like, well, he was on. I remember reading like a magazine from 2008 or 2007, and he was on something called like methanol cigarettes, and then as far as I'm aware, he cut it out completely. But whether he's come back to it or I haven't seen him with a cigarette for a long time. But yeah, that like obviously that didn't help.
It's got to be age and wear and tear. I mean, he's played a lot of shows, man.
Of course, yeah. Right, so as you know, I played the top 5. You name your top 5 Bon Jovi songs. I already know these. Well, I remember a couple of them. Whether you've, as I was saying to you before, my opinion changes on my favorite Bon Jovi songs.
Mine changed too. I mean, the answer I give you now may change when I gave you an hour ago.
Yeah.
Because there's so many songs, man. I'm just sitting there thinking, and wow, I still have to go with Runaway because it's the first Bon Jovi album, and that's what got me hooked on him. And because of that song, it was pretty big.
Yeah.
And then I was 86 is when they exploded. I was in high school and living on a prayer. You Give Love a Bad Name. Got to go with those.
Yeah.
Oh man. These Days, one of my favorite songs.
Great song.
That's not an 80s song, but it's really, I thought that whole CD was great.
Yeah, fantastic album.
The only problem is that was in the transition from the hairband to the grunge, so they
Yeah,
didn't get to play. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So, um, fifth song. Well, I gave you "Born to Be My Baby" last time. I'll go ahead and stick with that. It's a good rock. It's a fun rock song live.
Yeah.
Normally we play that like two or three, and just get the crowd going crazy back in the day. So,
That's it's to be fair, you know, it's a solid list. There's been a couple of songs that people have said and I've gone, really? Whereas there you can kind of go, well, I understand why you like them. Do you know what I mean? That's a pretty solid list, I suppose, for your top five.
I think you gotta also look at your age and when you started following the band, and you know,
Yeah,
you think about a song, you think back that time in your life and what you were going through, and it's different for everybody. So,
exactly. Yeah. Right. So before,
younger people like you probably you probably like a lot of the newer stuff where I'm kind of
um,
an old.
I do like the new stuff, but like I much prefer the older Bon Jovi. Much prefer. I said these days is my favorite album by an absolute mile. To the point where I couldn't even tell you what my second favorite Bon Jovi album is. But then there is a lot of songs from post 2000 that are solid songs. Um, but you know, as I said, even at my age, obviously I'm only 25, but the difference in the Bon Jovi sound is massive. And I was saying this to you before, you know, from New Jersey to Keep the Faith, there were two very different sounding albums, and then let's say, for instance, These Days to Crush, two completely different albums, and then Crush to, let's say, even Have a Nice Day, or certainly Lost Highway. The sound has changed slightly, but it's almost recycled at the same time lately.
Oh, lately it totally is. I think the last really album I got into the most was "Have a Nice Day." It rocked. I mean, it was, you know, kind of went another way after that, but yeah, it was a good tour too. I mean, that's the one I told you about that we had those seats, and we got into our seats, and the two chairs right behind us were blocked off. And during the show, he came out there with his acoustic and played "I'll Be There for You" right there. So
It is
it
amazing.
was phenomenal. It was unbelievable. I mean, sound was great. I mean, he's right there, and my wife texted him and said she never washed her hands again. You know, it was awesome. It's amazing how short he is.
Really?
I mean,
Yeah.
his hair seemed like it was like 10 feet tall. He looked little, but
Did he? Yeah.
yeah, it was awesome, man. He had all the ladies just going crazy. I mean, it was yeah, we got really lucky. I mean, just think about 20,000 seats in the arena, and the seats we're at, the two behind us are where he comes and stands. The little stage folded out, and he stood up there. It was awesome.
Yeah. That's something I'm hoping to experience, as I said, in the summer, with being, you know, like right at the front. I'm with them playing in Liverpool, with the band playing in Liverpool. That I'm hoping that we're going to be queuing from early, so I'm hoping to get right to the front. So certainly by, you know, like the catwalk on the side or something, and
Oh yeah.
just hopefully get that
Do you have
opportunity
any big
to.
openers? Do you have any big openers for that tour? Or
Well, on the Sydney shows, he was walking through, so he come from the back of the arena, walked all the way through while the band were on the stage,
right? Yeah, so, yeah.
and then they kicked into "You Give Love a Bad Name," which I think really works as an opener myself. So
That looked really cool. I saw that. That looked kind of cool.
It did.
I actually like that.
Yeah, and I'm hoping he
like
does that.
I did. I like that.
Yeah, like it's just different, like little elements like that at the show make such a big difference, I find.
So what about opening bands? Are there any big opening bands?
Yeah, well, I don't know if you'll know them in America, but it's a band called Manic Street Preachers. Fairly big over here. I mean, these as far as I'm aware, they still sell out arenas on their own. So it's the first time in a while that they've actually had a decent band. If I'm not mistaken, I think on the These Days tour, maybe a bit later, Manic Street Preachers actually open for them as well then. So it's almost like they're going full circle.
Was the These Days tour is the one that had the video, right, of the live show there?
Yeah. So as far as I'm aware,
Cool.
Manic Street Preacher then, I don't think it was as early as 92, but I'm certain that these days taught Manic Street Preachers with the support band. So again, as I said, it's kind of, going for, and then in some shows, Def Leppard are the special guests.
Wow, that's huge.
Yeah,
Wow.
I
Are
think,
you going to see that show?
no, that's only in, I know, unfortunately,
Man.
that's only in, I think, like 3 or 4 shows, and maybe a couple more, but for instance, I think it's Munich and maybe like a Spanish show or something. The Def Leppard are the support band, but certainly over in England, it's Manic Street Preachers, which is, as I said, still a decent support band, to be honest.
That is. And, in the States, they were just basically, they were just having local bands, which is really good because they had contests for, it's good exposure for the bands here locally.
Yeah.
So every circuit they went to, they had a local band playing. It's pretty cool.
Well, so what we'd done before it cut off, we were literally halfway through the game. Was the music snippet game where I give you a couple of seconds of a Bon Jovi song and you've got to guess it. Obviously, because we had only say it again.
You're gonna give me the same song, right? The first 5.
If only it was that easy.
I think it's all right because the last guy they had at 14. I don't think I can get 10.
Well, I was writing down how many you got, and before it cut off, you were on 7 out of 10. So if you want, I'll give you the option. You can do 20 again and obviously start fresh and everyone can play along, or you can just have another 10. Yeah, it's entirely up to you. But
it's up to you.
I'll say well, I'd like to do the 20 because obviously, as I said, everyone can play along and then they can say how many they got. So I got a few replies yesterday from yesterday's podcast where they were saying, "Oh, I got 14," or "I really struggled," or whatever. So as I said, you before got 7 out of 10 before it cut off, which is a really decent score. And then so far, because I've only done it with the one guy, James, his record was 14 out of 20. So but to be fair, you were on course to beat him. So
what now?
You were kind of on course to beat him.
But now I'm probably get, no telling what the playlist is going to be. So I'm gonna, like I told you last time, I'm probably going to bar low for your next guy. So
right. So
whoever's next on the pod, you're welcome.
I'm hoping you get more. You were good at it before, so let's see if it works again. Let's hope it doesn't freeze, as I say. Okay, are you ready for your first one?
Let's go.
So I'm gonna do the first song I'm gonna do was the last song that we done before it cut out. So I didn't actually get to hear your answer. So let's see if I don't know whether you as I said, you said the answer or not because it cut off. So let's see if you're actually there. Okay, you ready for the first one?
Yeah, I don't think I knew that one. So, but go ahead.
Okay, let's go.
Oh my God. Rescue me. Oh my God. That's not on Having a Day, is it?
It's not. You're not far off though. You're really not far off. I'll give you that.
Rescue me tonight.
And as I said before, to those who are listening as well, you can have a cryptic clue, or you can have a couple of seconds snippet more, and also you only get 3 chances. So, for instance, if you went, "Oh, that's Have a Nice Day," and it wasn't, that means you've got 2 more guesses left.
Rescue me tonight. Man, I can't.
Do you want a cryptic?
Give me a little more.
Okay.
Give me a little more.
Okay. So as I said before, what I'll do is I'll give you a different section of the song rather than the next line because, for instance,
me off with a tough.
But then, with me choosing any type of part of the song, it literally could give you the lyrics to it could give you the song title. It's just luck, really. Okay. So your next snippet.
That's got to be off Bounce, right?
It's off Bounce.
Love Me Back to Life.
Well done. So that's one out of one.
Actually, I said earlier that the last album I like Bounce too. I thought Bounce was pretty good.
Yeah, Bounce is a good album.
Not bad.
Okay, you ready for your next one?
Go for it.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, that's got to be Lost Highway.
Nope.
No, it's not off the album Lost Highway.
Nope.
Damn. Oh. I'm gonna need a little more.
Okay, a different part of the song again.
Damn. Yeah, that's tough. Yeah, I know the song. Man, you're gonna freeze again waiting on me. Wow, is that on? Is that on Have a Nice Day?
Nope.
Nope. I'm still off. Well,
Do you give up?
I give up.
It was What's Left of Me.
Oh man.
Of
Okay.
the What About Now album. Okay, so
What about now?
that's
Okay.
that's 1 out of 2.
Can we quit?
Okay, are you ready for your third?
I guess so.
Okay, I'm gonna give you quite a tricky one, I think.
Thanks. Yeah, you got me. I'm not even gonna ask for more time.
You know?
No, what is that? Okay, go ahead. Give me a little more. Give me another section.
Okay.
You never know. Something could register at the last minute here. Time is now. Man, I don't know it.
Give up?
What album is it off?
What
is it off of?
Do you want me to give you the song? Because if I give you the album, you'll know it straight away.
Okay, go ahead. What do you got?
It's We All Fall Down off Burning Bridges.
Oh gosh, I do not like Burning Bridges, so I don't even know. If you could give me almost every song on that, I wouldn't get it.
Wow, did you not like it? No.
No, I wasn't a fan.
Wow.
So okay, yeah, that didn't even register. So
okay, I'll give you a bit of an easier one then. This is going off our conversation, so let's see if you know this one then.
oh, man, you didn't give me a good part of that song.
There was no, I know. That was. I was thinking.
You got to give me a little more.
Okay, you ready?
Solo part, huh? Let's see.
I'll go earlier into the song, so that seemed quite late in the song. I'll go a little bit earlier, and hopefully it's got some lyrics.
Okay. Oh my God, it's got to be Fahrenheit.
Yep.
Well, I know you're a big fan of The Hardest Part of the Night. Is that it?
It's not it. So that's your first guess.
Oh,
you've still got two.
Always Run to You.
Yes, well done. Well done.
Damn it.
2 out of 4. So you're still on course
You're gonna give me that one, huh?
Yeah. Because
thanks. You cut me some slack from the first freeze, right?
well, yeah. But as I said, if you've got 3 guesses of the. So if you guess the album and I say yeah, then you've guessed the album. Do you know what I mean? You've got 3 songs out of 12 or so to guess. But I'll give you 3 guesses.
Okay, thanks. All right.
So track 5, you ready?
Ready?
I'll go with this.
Is it Undivided?
No, but you
Get off a bounce? It's
yeah.
gotta be bounce.
Yeah, so you've had one guess. You got 2 more songs to guess.
Is it Love Me Back to Life?
No. No. One more.
Undivided.
No, you've said that. You've said that one.
I heard that guy. It sounds like it. The Distance.
No. It was
okay.
It was.
Wasn't Joey? We had that in the last.
No, it wasn't Joey. It was Hook Me Up.
Hook Me Up.
So.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, 2 out of 5 you've got.
You got me.
Okay. Ready for another one? Track 6.
Yes, sir.
Let's go.
We were born to fall.
Correct. 3 out of 6. Okay, number 7.
We are
Well, you were a little quick with the trigger there, weren't you?
The reason you'll know why I was very quick with it. That's why.
You closed it real quick, didn't you?
I did. There's a reason why.
We're about to go into
The next line was the lyric, the song title.
Okay, go later on in the song.
Okay, I'll go a little bit earlier.
Is it on What About Now?
Nope.
No. Oh, man. I can't even think of what album it is. I know the song, right? Yeah. I don't think it's Off the Circle either, is it? No. No, so you're not gonna give it to me then, huh? I want to say Fast Cars, but that can't be right.
You don't think it's Fast Cars, no?
Is it Fast Cars?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take it. There we go.
That's 4.
Oh, you wouldn't even get the album. Look at that.
It's because you still already said, is it off Have a Nice Day or something? So I thought you're only going to go through the albums. So I thought I'll let him have one.
There you go.
Okay, you ready for? So you've got 4 out of 7. You're on course to beat James.
No, I'm not beating James.
You never know.
Unless I get lucky. Okay.
Okay, you ready for number 8?
Let's go. That's Captain Crab.
It is. That's 5 out of 8.
Sounds a little bit better than the live performance.
Oh, jeez. I genuinely think I sound better than that live performance.
You probably could pull it off.
Okay, track 9. Here we go.
Homebound Train.
Yes. 6 out of 9. Not bad at all, yeah.
Better than I thought. You could blindside me with burning bridges or a lost highway, and I'd
I know, I know.
Just please don't pull up anything off this left or right, okay?
I know you're there. I know you're Achilles heel now. Okay, track number 10.
Oh Lord, that's got to be Lost Highway.
Yep, it's the album Lost Highway, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's the sound. Oh, anymore. So we ain't strangers anymore.
Correct. So that's 7 out of 10. Right. So on the one that I done with James, I did throw in a couple of like odd ones in, let's say. So when I say odd ones, I threw in some unreleased tracks or demos or off the box set. Okay, so
what was that song that they did in the movies in the 80s? And I thought the Edge of a Broken Heart.
Ah, what a song!
It was a great song. You never played it.
Exactly. Yeah.
What a great song that was! Wow.
Right.
Okay.
Track number 11. Let's go.
Oh boy. A little more.
Okay.
Is that a cover?
Nope.
No. Yeah, I don't. Yeah. You can just give it to me. I don't know it.
Okay, that's starting all over again.
And what was that off of?
That's off the. It was like a Keep the Faith, a song that was wrote for Keep the Faith, and then it was on the box set. I think it was on like a Japanese edition. Keep the Faith.
I actually do have the box set, but I don't recall that song. So.
Really?
Yeah, there was some odd stuff on that.
Incredible
cool.
song starting all over again. I recommend you listen to it.
I need to dust that off and listen to it.
Yeah, great song. Okay, track 12.
Oh boy. One more, a little bit more.
Okay.
You saved my life tonight.
Jeez.
You just gave it to me.
I did.
I'll take it.
I'm not even going to ask for the song title. You're getting a point for that one.
I want to just do another one next time.
No, you've got 8 out of 12. You've got. Let's see. Okay, track 13.
What about love?
Nope.
What about now?
No. You got one more.
Is it on What About Now?
It's not.
It on What About Now?
Nope.
Nope. Oh, you're gonna get me on this one. Well, you gave me the last one. I'm gonna have to give you this one back. So
Give up, yeah.
go ahead and tell me.
It's What do you got?
The what?
What do you got off the greatest hits?
I was right there too. You didn't help me. I was there. I had it. I just didn't.
You were close. You were close.
Oh well, no cigar. Okay.
Okay. Track 40. Okay. Let's see. I'm just trying to.
You can give it to me again, like you did on the. Oh, I know that song. These days.
Correct.
Oh, no.
I can hear your mouse clicking away there. Must be on
Yeah.
these days.
I'm thinking easy, yeah.
It's good. There's no rule for that, so go ahead. You've guessed the albums, that's all I said, so it gives you an easier option anyway.
Damn. Hmm. Can you give me just a little bit more?
Yep.
And I love that album too.
We were just a legend in my.
Oh. God, that's a great song. This ain't a love song?
Yes, well done. That's
a great song. How did I not get that? That is a popular song too. Wow. I choked on that one. Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna go back here, and then I'm gonna go on this one, and I am gonna give you.
Oh man. You're giving me the crap now. It's got to be the country record. Summertime?
Nope.
No. It is off Lost Highway, correct?
Correct.
That sounds like one of the songs they did with Jennifer Nettles and Sugar Lady. Remember that? Did you see that?
That was Who Says? Who Says You Can't Go Home?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, okay. Man, oh man, I'm not gonna get it.
No,
have you already given me an extension?
I don't think so. Do you want it?
Yeah, get me up.
Okay, so.
Then you turn around and ask me.
It's not a whole lot of leaving.
Yes, well done. So 10 out of 15 so far. So you really need to get these to beat James.
See, that was a big deal right there. First time okay.
Let's see then. Okay. Track 16.
I'm gonna cry. I don't wanna scream.
Oh man, I know that song. Is that Have a Nice Day? Off of a Have a Nice Day?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh. Man, oh man, Then I Want to Be Loved?
Yes, well played. 11 out of 16.
That's a good song.
It's a very good song. I like that. Okay. Right.
Man, my brain's about to explode.
Air 17. Sorry, yeah, Air 17.
We're getting close, huh? Damn, that's a. Oh my goodness. Oh man. Oh man. A little more. A little more.
Okay.
You will see.
That's got to be Keep the Faith. Is that off Keep the Faith?
It is.
Oh. Yeah. I believe.
Yes. So that's 12 out of 17.
Faster on all these. I'm just rusty. And I'm getting old. So
Okay, let me go onto this one. Ready?
let's go. So this is 18.
18.
Okay. Oh, I should know this. This is so bad because it's an early one, right?
Uh-huh.
And a little more,
Okay.
please.
Let me just go back on.
I'm ashamed to say this. I don't know. You're gonna have to give it to me.
Oh, okay. It's Burning for Love.
Oh no!
So this is where it gets interesting now.
Man,
You have to get these two. The next
The
two out
tie.
of two. You've got to get 2 out of 2 to get the same as James.
Oh boy.
Okay.
No pressure.
Okay, so let's see. What can I give you? Oh, I know.
Don't worry, James. You're still a champ.
When it says the words you've been needing.
That's always.
It is always.
All right.
So 19. You've got 13 out of 19, so you have to get this one right. I'm going to give you
Any of these hard ones there, okay?
right, I'm going to give
Slippery's good.
tell you what, I'm going to give you this. No, not that.
Do I have
Oh. That is off of these days. If I have to break down, if that's what it takes.
Yes, well played. So you got 14 out of 20.
So we got a tie.
You got a tie. I'll have to get you both on one day and have a little game, a little battle.
Yeah, that'd be fun, wouldn't it?
That would be good actually. It might be something. Like if I get it like a certain amount, I might do like 10 or 15 people have a go, and then whoever's like whoever's joint top or whatever, get them on and have a little.
I'm sure somebody's gonna easily break that.
Well,
I mean,
the thing is,
I'm not caught up on. I don't listen to them every day, so I mean, it's kind of. I mean,
I think
I hear it. And I know the song. I just can't.
Well, to be fair, because I already gave you obviously 10 songs before, I didn't go too into like as I said with James, I gave him quite a few like demos and stuff, but that would have meant that you've had 30 songs. So in some ways, that's unfair on you as well. So kind of balanced it out and gave you like a couple of Burning Bridges or off the box set and the greatest hits and things like that. So yeah, I kind of evened it out in some ways. I thought there.
Well, at least you didn't bring off the new one.
No, I didn't. I planned to. I was going to, but I thought, nah. I'll cut them
Because
some
I only
slack.
know the title song. I didn't listen to it.
Well, you've
I don't
come.
think I listened to
You've come back on here for after an hour, so I can't be too nasty, can I?
Okay, I appreciate it. I really did enjoy it. This was fun.
No, it's the same. And listen, thanks very much for your time and coming on and doing it again after 45 minutes of already doing it. I said it could have been quite easy for you to say no, like you know, I've already done it once. I'll do it another time. But thanks for giving up pretty much 2 hours of your day there. I do appreciate it.
Hey, no problem. I mean, there's not many people that I can talk Bon Jovi with like this. So
That's the reason for
brought
doing
back
this.
a lot of old memories, man. I mean, it really did. And like I said, I respect you for your opinions. You tell it like it is. You piss people off. You know, some people want to just hear the good things, but when he sounds bad, you let them know. So I appreciate it.
I know.
Appreciate that.
I like that. Thanks for the feedback. As I said on the page, some people take stuff too serious, and you know, or the only thing I will say is that I really hope I get to see John Bon Jovi's Nan on tour.
You're what? you have to see what?
I hope I get to see John Bon Jovi's Nan on tour.
Oh, you will 4 times.
4 times.
Oh, now I'm gonna get in trouble. Hey, no.
And the thing is,
any backlash, okay?
I'm gonna see John Bon Jovi's Nan on tour in such a daft waistcoat, not just his Nan, in such a pathetic waistcoat.
Oh boy!
Like
yeah, that's nice. I like that. Good picture with that.
I'm a little bit scared.
Yeah, well, he said he's gonna wear it, so he wasn't afraid to go without a shirt underneath.
Have you got access to Twitter at the moment?
Access to what?
Have you got to Twitter? Yeah. Go on the Bon Jovi Twitter page. He's just put up another one, which I don't think.
He didn't.
Oh yeah, he did. Wait till you see this one. It's worse than the first.
On his page or the band?
On the band's page. It's worse than the first. Which is like, you know, quite difficult, but yeah, it's worse.
Hold on, I'm not. How far down is it? I'm not on his page or the band?
On the band's page, yeah. Have they not put it on? He definitely put some. He put it up before. It was a.
Hold on, let me get back.
Showing you now was the one from before, isn't it? I presume it's the one. It's the one that you saw.
That's what I saw earlier.
Okay, so this one that I'm about to show you is this one is the new one. Okay, can you see that?
Oh yes. Okay, I did see that. I just thought he was going to be wearing it. So he's got multiple.
He's got multiple.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, you are set.
I think
you're going to see them all.
Well, to me, it looks like he's got like the rejection. You know, the wardrobe rejection from the Greatest Showman film, by the looks of it.
Right.
So
I wonder why. Why is he going this route?
I don't know. As we said before, 10 years ago we could probably pull it off, but now that he's, you know, a granny now, there's no way he's pulling that off.
I'm not going to touch that because you're going to get crucified for saying that.
Listen, the people who hate me, they won't listen to me talk about Bon Jovi. So this is
just block you anyway.
Exactly. No, as I said, listen, thanks very much for taking time out and coming on the podcast. I do appreciate it.
You got it. It was nice meeting you, and great job. And if you want to do it again, hit me up.
Brilliant, I will do. Thanks very much for your time, Mark.
Thank you. You have a good one. Enjoy those shows too.
Cheers, mate. Speak soon.
Take care, bud.
Ta-ra. Bye.
Bye.